Another simple recipe for you. I'm going to show you how to do meat topped flatbread. For this, first let's do the bread. For that I'm using 4 cups of bread flour or plain flour and a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of instant dry yeast and a tablespoon of olive oil. So into a mixer add 4 cups of flour, and into that salt and 2 cups of warm water and mix, and into that going to add a teaspoon of yeast. Now into that add olive oil, 1 tablespoon, and after mix the dough until it's smooth and elastic about 15 minutes. After, it will look like this. It's a bit wet, it's okay. Take it out and leave it in the same bowl until it double in size. So the bread dough is ready. Now put a bit of flour onto the bench and then take the bread dough out. More flour on top and press. I'm going to cut this into 4. You can use small individual ones or larger ones on trays at once if you do not like to bother a lot. So take 4 pieces like this, and I'm going to use my pizza oven so it will be nice and crunchy too. So press and make balls. My pizza oven is outside, so I won't be able to take the camera out, but I will show you what to do. So I have my pizza stones. You don't need to put papers on, but I always use a paper so it's easy to clean. So for the meat mixture, I added 2 onions, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, black sesame seeds and some herbs according to the taste with the salt, and I mix that in the food processor, and this is how it looks like. So this is the mixture that we are going to use for the topping. Then take one piece out after resting about 10 minutes. Then use your rolling pin and roll it to a rectangular shape. If your pizza stone is round shape, you can use it as a round one. I have 2 more round ones and I'll show you that later. So this is for the square one. So make it thin as possible, then you get a nice thin crusty crunch. If you have done the dough properly, it is really pliable like this. You can go like this without a problem. More. Now I am going to use it on the stone like this. Use a fork or a pastry docker and just make holes like this, so it cooks evenly. Then I will add some oil and brush the oil to it. Then divide the mixture that you did into 4 and take 1 spoonful of the mix. So I'm using 1/4. So use your spatula and spread it evenly, or you can use your fingers too. and I will add a bit more olive oil so it will not burn the top. If you are doing this in the oven, you can do this in a larger tray, and this goes to the preheated pizza oven on 200 Celsius about 20 minutes. So I finished cooking the first two. It's a bit hot. I just took it from the oven. This is the back side and this is the front. So you can cut it into squares or triangles and serve with a nice dipping sauce. To serve, you can cut them into triangles like this. And this is how it is. Really nice soft crusty bread with some meat on the top. You can do with any other meat too, and hope you will like this. See you next time.